the one that has to join Jabi and Otako. But they still believe that in the second week of June, they would have rounded it up. So let's believe in what they have said, and then we're down the bus terminal, which is almost ready. But I've told the Secretary of Transport a lot of work has to be done. I will not accept the finishing. Finishing is key. Finishing is key. And so that we'll invite the president to come and inaugurate.
The minister, however, denied the news making the rounds that there is a land-grabbing agenda in the FCT following his administration's newly introduced land reforms.
We're trying to, if people who are trying to stop land speculators. Somebody who says they want land in Abuja cannot develop in 2 years' time. That's land speculation. And two, if you have been given allocation, you should be able to pay within 21 days to have your CFO. What is wrong in that? That also is to generate funds for the government. So many people will have RFO and keep it for 4 years and looking for who will buy the land before. So we don't want to allow that. So I don't want to be, anybody can say whatever they want to say. We are trying to stop this issue of land speculation.
All the projects inspected are earmarked for inauguration to mark the second anniversary of President Tinubu's administration. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
The Co-Marshal Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC Shehu Mohammed, has directed commanding officers to ensure full deployment of staff for maximum visibility, prompt removal of obstructions, and ease of movement on all highways across the country. This is in line with the operational guidelines of this year's Easter Special Patrol, scheduled to commence from 16th to 23rd April 2024. The objectives of the special operations are reduction in road traffic crashes, road traffic fatalities, and road traffic injuries, prompt response to road traffic crash victims, unhindered in purposeful public education, and speedy removal of obstructions from the highways, among others. Co-Marshal Shehu Mohammed assured members of the public that in achieving the objectives of the special operations, the Corps will combine the engagement of the motoring public through purposeful and impactful public education programs, strengthening of surveillance activities to regulate unprofessional excesses, sustain effective and patrol operations, as well as adequate monitoring on the highway. And now to religion. In a powerful display of unity and devotion, hundreds of Catholic priests of the Federal Capital Territory gathered in with their bishops to renew their ordination vows during the Christian Mass. This significant event underscored the importance of this milestone in the Catholic liturgical year, highlighting the priests' commitment to their ministry and service to their communities. Sandra Akeme was at the Our Lady Queen of Nigeria Pro Cathedral, reports on this meaningful event.
Christian Mass, a significant event in the Catholic Church, celebrated by bishops and priests, providing an opportunity for them to reflect on their roles and seek guidance and strength for their ministry.
And lead all of us, shepherds and flock, to eternal life.
The Holy Mass provided opportunity for the bishop to consecrate the holy oils used in sacrament during the year as part of activities of the Holy Week.
In Chrism, you have anointed for yourself priests and kings, prophets and martyrs. Make this Chrism sign of life and salvation for those who are to be born again in the waters of baptism.
Archbishop of Abuja Diocese Ignatius Kegama says the event promotes unity and collaboration between clergy and the community, emphasizing their shared commitment to serving God, and also serves as an opportunity for spiritual growth and renewal for all involved.
Our work is to help, and that is why we feel government should cooperate with us, because we are always talking about peace and unity, harmony, and living together in great harmony. So we should be supported. We are ready to do our best. I have told my priests again and again we should be selfless in service.
Today I have come to renew my vows which I made when I was ordained a priest. So it's a thing of happiness, inviting the grace of God to be with me along this journey and to strengthen me.
By his ordination, he's given the grace, he's given the anointing, he's given the strength, he's given the capacity to take care of the faithful, spiritually and otherwise.
For us, the Christmas is the peak of the Lenten season and one of the high points of the Holy Week.
Representative of the Catholic Pope, His Excellency Most Reverend Michael Francis Crotty, Apostolic Nuncio to Nigeria, urged the community to always pray for their priests as they cannot do God's work on their own.
As I said earlier as well, as priests should rejoice and give thanks for the great gifts they have received. I ask also the lay faithful to pray for their priests and pray for their bishops, that they may always faithful to the promises and vows that they made on their ordination day.
In Abuja, Sandra Kemi, NTA News.
Now, to expand its reach, particularly in underserved areas, Sterling Bank Limited has opened an agent bank in Mararaba. This initiative is in partnership with Dames Worldwide Limited, aims to support small and medium businesses along the bustling streets of Mararaba. Ramat Abdullahi was there.
Accessing banking services can be challenging in the busy streets of Mararaba, an evolving suburb of the Federal Capital Territory, where businesses thrive daily. Sterling Bank Limited aims to make banking easier and more convenient by launching the 7th branch of its agency banks, which seeks to bring financial services closer to the community and promote greater financial inclusion. This initiative operates on a bank-agent partnership model, where agents are trained by the bank to provide essential banking services such as deposits, withdrawals, and transfers. Under this partnership, Dames Worldwide Limited, as the agent, assures clients that with the training provided, customers will find it difficult to distinguish between their staff and that of Sterling Bank.
We partner in order to reach out to more audience and those that we consider locals in quote, to be able to have access to bank and other, and to get access to funds to do their business.
For the Sterling Bank Group, this initiative is a well-structured and sustainable solution that benefits both the bank and its customers.
Today, if a customer within this access needs to go to the bank, they probably need to shut down their shop and take 1 hour to get to the nearest commercial bank. But a partnership like this brings banking to their doorstep.
So everyone will be excited to bank with us because this partnership is going to bring more money to their pocket. Because when they open an account, they are going to have free debit card, they are going to have free charges on transfers.
We have been with Dames for a very long time, and we see this going on for years to come because we are intending to open more outlets like this.
Sterling Bank reassures its customers that it remains their top choice, committed to offering excellent services. Ramatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
Let's talk education. The hallmark of productivity is improvement in quantity and quality. Now, if one of these standards is sacrificed for the other, needed development is compromised. In this special report, education correspondent Miriam George Ditobo beams her searchlight on the education sector, examining if university qualifications in Nigeria is hinged on quality and not quantity.
As of early 2024, Nigeria had 274 universities. This includes 149 private universities, 63 state universities, and 62 federal universities. Some of Nigeria's oldest universities are the University of Ibadan, the University of Nigeria, the Obafemi Awolowo University, and the University of Lagos. These four institutions were founded between the end of 1940s and the beginning of 1960s. According to University World News, the number of private universities has been increasing, with the National Universities Commission, NUC, considering applications for many new privately owned higher education institutions. Ordinarily, the increasing number of universities in Nigeria should be a source of excitement, especially in the education sector. But how has this increment been able to maintain the standard and quality of education in the country? And should university qualifications in Nigeria based on quality or quantity? Head, Learning and Development, Digital Bridge Institute, Chukwuemeka Nze, and an education analyst, Mikailu Ibrahim, give answers to this question.
The quality makes them relevant after school, and the quality helps to meet industry needs, where they work, industry and business needs. So if you place quality side by side with quantity, it is essential that we will pick quality. But you must also not discountenance quantity, because quantity speaks of enrollment rate, access to tertiary education, availability of infrastructures to support the number of students to bring in. That's why you have tertiary institutions having carrying capacity. Significantly, government has done a lot to improve quantity by the establishment of more tertiary institutions in Nigeria at national and sub-national level. So in the past few years, we've had several federal universities and other specialized federal institutions springing up, also the same at state level. But as much as we want to pursue quantity, we must prioritize quality. Because when you don't prioritize quality, you are bringing out from our institutions people that will not meet the need of industry. You have people talking about unqualified graduates. Those speaks of issues and gaps in the quality of education.
So definitely, quality should be a priority, anyway, because education should be pursued based on its purpose and function, and without quality, those cannot be achieved. So when you pursue quality, what it means is that you are guaranteeing employability, you are guaranteeing skills development, you are guaranteeing meeting industry standards. So these are the parameters for determining. But of all of them, if you will ask me, I would say actually quality should rank higher than any. Because if you provide access, quantity without quality, or you ensure equity without quality, then you are just wasting the time of students, resources, and of course any other person investing in the sector.
Respondents are of the view that an increment in number means increased competition and increased choices, which should lead to better standards. However, the situation with Nigerian universities seems not to support this axiom. As the numbers of universities in the country increases, the standards seem to decrease. It is an ironic situation where competition does not seem to drive quality standards.
We have seen several universities that have sprung up, and I've also heard information of several others that are about to be built. But it's not about how many people you are bringing out from the school, but what is the quality? The quality of education should be paramount.
Quality is important for us. Quantity cannot drive what we want. Quality. There are other nations with smaller populations and they are giants. So it means it's not the function of quantity, it's a function of quality. How qualified are we? How genuine is our skills? So what we see all over the nation is a reflection of the quality of our education, not the quantity of our education.
Quality.
Why quality?
Because in the sense of quality is that quality brings results, but quantity lavishes. Because you have it many, but they are not useful, so it will lavish.
So if you can get a quality education, the country will grow well, and our children will be proud of them. No need of taking them to another country to go and school again. You have a quality education in Nigeria. So any children can school in Nigeria here and will get what you want.
However, there is a general consensus that what Nigeria needs are thinkers and an educational system that prioritizes the development of high-quality technological human resources aimed at creating a national pool of skilled and self-sufficient craftsmen, technicians, and technologists in technical and vocational fields. Mariam George Jitubo, reporting for Deadline 3.
Many thanks, Mariam. We now take a break. When we return, we have more reports. Do stay with us.
I am Oluremi Tinubu, the global and national Stop TB champion. Many people have asked why I've chosen to champion the fight against a disease like tuberculosis. My reason stems from a deep personal experience. I once had a friend who unfortunately fell ill and concealed the nature of his sickness until it was too late. Eventually, after he passed, we discovered he had tuberculosis. Sadly, due to the stigma and discrimination surrounding the disease, he would not speak up or seek for help. His death was a painful reminder that we could have intervened and saved a life if only we had known earlier. Tuberculosis is an airborne disease that primarily affects the lungs, but can also impact other parts of the body. Being airborne means anyone, regardless of their social economic status, can contract it. In Nigeria, one person dies of TB-related illness every 7 minutes, amounting to 206 deaths every day. Globally, one person succumbs to TB every 25 seconds, which is a staggering 3,456 lives lost daily. These deaths are entirely preventable because TB is curable if detected and treated early. If you or someone you know has been coughing for 2 weeks or more, coughing up blood, experiencing night sweats, or losing weight drastically, it might be TB. Please visit the nearest government hospital or primary health care center for proper diagnosis and treatment. TB treatment is free in all government and some private health facilities. Let us also remember not to stigmatize or discriminate against TB patients or those who have been treated for TB. Individuals who have been cured of TB cannot infect others. I call on all stakeholders, especially the private sector, to join us in the fight to end TB in Nigeria. Together, we can make a difference. Remember, TB anywhere is TB everywhere. End TB by 2030. Yes, we can.
Many thanks for staying tuned. News at 1 continues. The lingering issue of minimum wage and other severance packages for area council workers that has resulted in an ongoing strike by both the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees, NULGE, and the Nigerian Union of Teachers, NUT, has continued to paralyze activities in the 6 area councils and LEA primary schools. NULGE President FCT, Comrade Ibrahim Abdullahi Kabi, in an exclusive interview with NTA News, says despite the FCT minister's intervention, workers are still yet to be paid by the area council chairman.
The devastating impact of the strike embarked upon by FCT NULGE and NUT has continued with public primary schools still closed down, disrupting learning and academic activities. This is the same story around the 6 area councils that have remained under lock and key. This development, NULGE President FCT, Comrade Ibrahim Abdullahi Kabi, maintains is not unconnected with the non-payment of their allowances after several MOUs have been signed as a result of the FCT minister's intervention.
To appreciate the Honorable Minister of FCT by Sir Nelson Wike for always coming to our aid, assisting the members of the area council and the NUT by giving or pronouncing money to be released to area council for payment of our arrears. The board of contention here is we have numerous issues on ground. We have a wage award. We have 40% peculiar. We have a new minimum wage implementation. We have been battling with this issue since December last year. I think we have 3 MOUs signed by the area council chairman to implement these wages and arrears. Nothing has been done about that, and that is why we have gone to strike this almost 3 times. Last year, October, December, and January for implementation. And we all agree on MOU before we sign, and the chairman, they are not forthcoming to implement this MOU. So that is why we went ahead to resume on the strike on the 24th of March 2025.
The unions allege that the FCT administration had released money to the area council's chairman on the same issues.
Our children are at home. Our primary health care, which is under the Nolge, nobody accesses the facilities. The schools are closed. That is the negative effect of this strike. I'm calling on all stakeholders to come and ensure that this issue is resolved amicably, because we have done strike up to 3 consecutive times. Why must it be like that? Let us come back to drawing board with the chairman and do the needful. Otherwise, the strike will continue, and there is not going to be positive impact on it.
The unions say the strike will continue until their demands are met. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
Many thanks, Ajia. Now let's talk health. A qualitative data analysis carried out by the Institute of Human Virology Nigeria, IHVN, with the support of Federal Ministry of Health, has revealed a gap in maternal health, presenting increased rates of stillbirth, especially in the northern region. To change the narrative, key players in the health sector have identified improved investment in maternal health as well as spousal involvement as paramount. Aisha Uba Ali has details.
Data analysis reveals that the prevalence of stillbirth in Nigeria stands at 24 per 1,000, which is above the global target of 12 in every 1,000. Zamfara and Katsina State take the lead, while Osun, Ogun and the Federal Capital Territory have achieved the targeted stillbirth rate of below 12 in 1,000.
According to UNICEF, the standard is expected to be at most 12. So the dashboard shows the cases, the number, and the rate. And we have a trend that shows where that 12, the threshold is supposed to be. So when you look at page 7 of the dashboard, there is a line that shows where that should be. Currently, only Osun State is below that line.
Factors, however, identified by experts that contributes to stillbirth experience include poor attitude to antenatal care, resource factors, and some cultural beliefs, among others. But the good news here are apparently collaborating with the government to see that a renewed hope intervention is achieved. It is in line with this that the Minister of Health has approved that the stillbirth data be among indicators on each dashboard, where the quarterly reporting system is to assist in work planning and budgeting.
We do not want to clone circulated, reported, and used in that system. So we achieved that. The second thing we're able to achieve is the inclusion of stillbirth data among indicators on the dashboard in the minister's office. So that way we are aware that his eyes are also monitoring stillbirth data.
A key recommendation of stakeholders is that the issue of stillbirth requires a multi-sectoral approach to drive data and bridge policy gaps towards implementing interventional strategy. With all hands on deck and all things being equal, the slogan, "A baby's first breath should not be its last," will be upheld and the narrative in the stillbirth trend in the country change for the best. In Abuja, Aisha Ubali, NTA News.
And on health notes, we conclude our news at 1. We thank you for watching. We have more.